Past president is you can give out special awards. We don't do it every year. It's really only if somebody's deserving. And so I was thinking about it, and I thought about this person, and I said, you know, we need to recognize this. So I made the nomination, explained the situation, and I'm really happy this person's able to achieve this award. That was my personal feelings. The past presidents thought so. I was fortunate enough then to ask Don and Dennis to join me up here because we're honoring a career, okay? And I think each one of us has worked with this person at a different point in their career. So the reason this is special, and I'm getting a little choked up, is it's for Ray Statis. For those of you that don't know, this year Ray had stroke. So, with that, we want to talk about what Ray's done for your careers, how he impacts your business today, because he does. So I guess we'll start. I'd like to ask Don. All right.
Thank you. Hello again. I want to start with the word respect, because I think that respect is another word that we should all be cognizant of when we're talking about our business. You know, I spent my early years as a technician in this industry, and I came up through the industry, working hard, getting recognized. You know, I see Jim Hulper sitting over there. It was a tech we started at back at Old Commercial Police Alarm in '73. Jim's still in the business. Tech for 82 years. No, or where are you at now, Jim? You're retired now. Excellent. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. You know, with that being said, I moved into a management role. You know, sometimes that's the logical course. Sometimes techs stay as techs. But what happened was I spent a lot of years in management, almost 20 years in management, operations management. And in '92, I had a boss back at Central Control that said, you know what, you had enough. You talk to customers, you impact them, whatever. It's time to move into sales. Okay, so I went from a manager to a salesperson. Huge change in the career. I went through that career path, and I'll tell you, I went through different changes with companies that I worked for. And that change you mentioned about security, like the acquisition, I was in that acquisition also. Came from Central Control to working for the phone company. Well, the phone company decided to get out of the alarm business and sold it to ADT. You know, ADT is a prevalent name in our industry. They're the largest corporation, the largest alarm services, security services provider in the world. You know, we all compete against them. And I didn't know what lied ahead. And I moved over there as a sales representative. And I have to tell you, when I walked into that office, actually they came to our office, the Link office, because they integrated us. And now we knew we were going to move out to Brookfield to their office. But I met Ray. And the first thing that impressed me with Ray is that he respected not only myself, but he respected everybody else. Because he came down the same path that we did. He came down the same career path. And that made me feel comfortable, okay? That being said, I can remember falling into this huge organization with a lot of employees. Now, several of you, I see Leroy there, I see Jesse, and obviously Spider-Man over there, still in the organization, which, by the way, he worked for SecurityLink too. But the one common cognizant was you had a general manager there, Ray Statis, who when I got to sit down and talk to him, I found out, you know what? He got involved early on in the industry like I did. He was past president of the Illinois Alarm Association. He recognized training and education. He said, let's send our techs. You know, Donnie, get out of my office. You keep bothering me with getting guys to training. We'll send them to training. But the bottom line is he gave himself to this industry. And he was sitting in a leadership position for a large corporation and recognizing all the employees that work for him and recognizing that. And I was stunned when I heard that Ray had a stroke. I absolutely was stunned when I got that call. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Because the guy was full of life. Full of life. But the one thing is I know is he respected the people who worked for him. He had fun. Yeah, he had fun. but he respected the people and he was dedicated to this industry. And that's a good thing. So I'm going to close just with respect because, you know, Ray Statis, I respect you. I respect what you did for me and how you recognize me as one of your employees, but also a member of this great association and this great industry. And with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to one of his coworkers, current coworkers, Dennis.
Short and sweet for you. Ray's worked in the industry for 25 years, 17 years at ADT. He was a service manager, sales manager, general manager, area service manager, area installation manager. He has managed from Wisconsin, Michigan, down to Ohio, all the way out to the Dakotas. He's been in Illinois, all over the country. He's been involved with the Burglar and Fire Association, like Don said, in Chicago and here in Wisconsin. He was on the task force for false alarm reduction in Milwaukee and on a board for licensing. He's a Six Sigma black belt, or green belt, excuse me, and a black belt in Taekwondo. It's kind of a little inside joke there. He told us that all the time. We never believed him. Back in 2002, ADT acquired Cambridge Security, which was formerly Security Link. We forgot about that. Ray was the GM. Ray and I never met before. Actually, that was the first time I've ever met him. We moved into the ADT office. I had nothing, no computer, no desk, not even a place to sit. I kind of walked into Ray's office, and I said, you know, can I bug you? He looks up and he goes, who are you? And I introduced myself. My name's Dennis. I came from ADT, or Security Link. I'm the service manager. And he's kind of nodded at me, okay. And I'm like, you know, do I have a place to sit? Do I have anywhere to go? He's like, well, what do you need to do? And I said, well, I'm the service manager. I take care of my customers and everything. He's like, well, it sounds like you know what to do. Right. So I went about my business and kind of walked away, shook my head like, what the hell did I just get into? So he came over a little bit later, and that's what I was doing. I stated I was trying to get my computer working, and I was running into network problems and all this stuff. He was like, I know how to fix that. Let's go. Okay. After a few beers, I soon realized my computer was not a problem anymore. Ray was always said to us, there's nothing you can't fix with a few beers. Ray had a great sense of need. He always knew when things were a little bit odd or bumpy, and he always came around when you needed him, and just to basically see how you're doing. Try not to get choked up here. You always knew where you stand with Ray. He's a great leader, mentor, father, and friend. He told you like it was. There was no sugarcoating anything. There's a few sayings that he always says, and I'm going to share a couple of them with you. One of them was, let me tell you how the hog eats cabbage. This means he's showing you what you did wrong and how to fix it before you got put on the naughty chair. I've been on the naughty chair quite a bit. A lot. He has a direct way of pointing out the problem, but also the solution to get it done. Another saying is, you get more bees with honey. I know you heard that one quite a bit. Meaning, if you kill them with kindness, you'll get further than poop. He stated that every time we had an issue, or he had brought an issue into his office with anybody from one department, another, different company, whatever it was, he always basically was the anchor that held us together. He held all the departments and made us play fair together. And my favorite one is, do I need to show you an organizational flow chart? I've heard that one many times also. This means you were a peon and he was boss. If you didn't like his answer, tough. That was his answer. Like I said, you always knew where you stood with me, no matter what. Ray is an absolute value to ADT and the association. His leadership has built a great team and a great management staff over the years. His drive for success is key in everything he does, and he will not take no for an answer. Because of this, Ray's team has become top in the country. I'm truly blessed to have worked with him for over the years, and I always will be a close friend of his. I will stand with Ray and help him whatever it takes to give back to what he's given all of us.
To wrap this up on Ray, this is why I asked these guys, because I think they did bring different perspective. If you didn't know Ray, I never worked with Ray. I was never an ADT person. I've never been there. But the last few years, I did have the pleasure of serving with Ray. We were the two representatives in Milwaukee on the task force to help rewrite the ordinance. So it was a 1.5-year project. All of you know that. Weekly meetings, monthly meetings, phone calls. So I saw Ray in a little bit different light, not as an ADT guy. I saw him as an industry guy. Okay, so anybody that does work in Milwaukee, you're directly impacted by this person today. Okay, besides all the good work he did, being a past president down in Illinois, running a good crew, supporting us with training and all that stuff, Ray cared about this business. So what I want to do is I'm going to ask Leroy Lasky to come up here and accept this award on Ray's behalf, and then we're going to go present this to Ray next week. So, and we are videotaping it so Ray gets to see it. So Leroy, come on up.